Parents of girls with OnlyFans, how did you find out what they do and what was your reaction? I was catching up with a cousin and he told me he just found out his daughter had an OnlyFans and was working at a strip club. He was very upset because he said it ruined strip clubs for him and he couldn't look at the girls the same way and would never enjoy them again. Otherwise, he didn't really care. A cousin of mine did it, and when her dad found out he wasn't mad, given it paid for her rent. However, he was very upset when he found out she was also working the pole at a strip club a few days a month. Her only response was, "How did he think I paid for the trips I go on?" I can see why any parent would be concerned with strip clubs over OV. Strip clubs, in my opinion, has a much higher risk of things going south as opposed to doing your act at home. I found out, but wasn't too worried since she never sticks with anything longer than a month. Sure enough, I was right. A month later, she shut it down. That was a minute. Don't most women not actually make that much from OnlyFans? I imagine now that it's mainstream, it's an incredibly oversaturated market. Yet the comments seem to think that the kids are going to be buying them a new Porsche. I did OnlyFans for about a year. I was making $1,200/month for a while before it dropped down to $100-200. When I was making $1,200, the site told me I was in the top 12% of earners. When I was making $100-200, I was in the top 50%. So yeah, most people aren't making much on there. My former boss daughter did OnlyFans. Once it was known at work, he was open about it, and even shared the link of her Instagram. There was even a rumors that one of the guy we work with was one of the guys she used in a video. I guess he wasn't happy, but since it was out in the open, he must have been, fuck it, at least she'll make money. What kind of dude pimps out his own daughter to his employees? I know a guy who said something to the affect of, "I hope my daughter never does that kind of stuff, but if she does, daddy needs a new car." Worked a just above minimum wage job in the 90s WA girl who began stripping at night. She bought a new Mustang convertible that her dad used to borrow all the time, acting like it was his car. He was clueless, also was a smug asshole, as to what she did at night, and just thought his daughter was really good with money. Gotta be a super genius to stretch $6, $50 HR on 14, 20-hour-a-week work schedules into a new car payment. Not the parent, and I don't currently have OV anymore, but my dad found out because I went to show him something else on my phone, and he started swiping through my phone after. Lesson learned for both of us, LOL. I hold the phone, and he doesn't touch my phone if I show him anything. And I religiously sort all photos into albums so people can only see exactly what I want them to see. He wasn't stoked, but it didn't change our relationship at all, and we mostly don't talk about it. Zoom in just a little on the pic you're showing somebody, and that will stop them from swiping before you can take the phone away. I had a Fansly at one point, not anymore. It was mild, just like lingerie pics. I make feet content. My mom said, "Since you already have a foot in the game," pun intended, "I might as well go all the way and make less mild content." My dad said, "I should get 10% since my balls contributed to you. And also, I do need a new fishing pole, in case you wanted to buy me one." My parents are built different, LOL. 10/10 responses, LOL. I used to know a girl from an Islamic household who does OnlyFans, and she concealed it from her family because she thought they would disown her. They would indeed disown her. Even a lot of non-Muslim families would disown their children for doing OnlyFans, to be honest. Don't have an OnlyFans, but I am an online sex worker and erotic hypnotist. My parents know, because I told them. My dad's reaction was slight discomfort, but he's chill with it. My mom's reaction was, "You can't do that, you don't know how." Which was odd. Now she just doesn't want to hear anything about it, understandably. You're really just gonna throw this out there like it requires no explanation? It's pretty self-explanatory. I'm a hypnotist, and I use hypnosis to do erotic things with people. I did cam modeling in my early 20s, 10 years ago. And although I took all the precautions to block people from my area, once people found out what I did, they were able to work around it. One night someone leaked a video from a live on Facebook. I was in lingerie, mostly just talking inappropriately, this before Facebook was as locked down as it is today. And there were several comments made about how, wow, her dad must be proud. And eventually someone tagged my dad and he commented saying, "She's 23, she served our country, she has a career outside of this extra work she does online, and she's a good person. My daughter is wholly independent and confident, just the way I raised her to be. And let's face it, some of you do much worse for free." Daddy-o shut everyone the fuck down. My dad has always been my biggest supporter. Edit to clarify, the video was leaked to Facebook, recorded from a live cam site. My now 24-year-old daughter decided to get married at 18 and be a stripper. She was very blatant about it, and said she liked the money and attention. We live in a small Ohio city where people frequent gentlemen's clubs and talk about everyone's business, so there was no hiding it. We found out about her OV and other services, because she has teenage brothers and parents of friends that frequent those sites and found out. Her brothers have been devastated by the embarrassment of it. While I try to love and support her, it has to be from a distance, because socially, it's been a very humiliating thing to know that half our county has seen or received services from my daughter, including my husband's uncle, who didn't know who she was at the time. I have a hard time looking at men in a good light with this experience and situation of hers. I cried, I blamed myself, I tried to encourage college, I got angry, now I'm just checked out about it. She's willing to put herself out there for an easy lifestyle and I can't change that.